Hello, welcome to our 6 p.m. news bulletin here in Hanoi. My name is Sai Chang and here are the headlines. 70 years, a journey in history exchange gathered 98 top graduates from colleges in Hanoi and many witnesses to history. Vietnamese artists try to modernize zoll paper, a traditional material, in their contemporary paintings in order to preserve it. A ceremony took place this morning in Tân Chào Square of Tuyên Quang Province to mark the 70th anniversary of the Tân Chào National People's Congress. Speaking at the ceremony, National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng stressed the historical significance of the National People's Congress held on August 16, 1945, in the lead-up to the August Revolution on August 19th and Vietnam's Declaration of Independence on September 2nd of the same year. Back then, the two-day Tân Chào National People's Congress had concluded with a call for a national uprising to gain independence. The national flag and anthem were also chosen at the gathering. Tân Chào is situated in Sơn Dương District, 41 kilometers from the center of Tuyên Quang town. Historically, it was also once the home of Uncle Ho, along with the central agencies in the pre-insurrection period and in the war against the French. Although this morning in Hanoi, a meeting themed 70 years, a journey in history took place at the National Museum History. The exchange gathered 89 top graduates from 67 universities and institutions across Hanoi metropolitan area with many witnesses to history. These witnesses include former heads of youth rescue teams as well as volunteer forces who bore witness to the national uprising to gain independence in 1945. The exchange became a forum for people from different generations to discuss and learn more about significant historical events running up to the nation's Declaration of Independence in 1945, particularly as the country is celebrating the 70th anniversary of these events in the coming days. The rice markets are reportedly bustling near towns and cities like Cần Thơ, Đồng Tháp, Tiền Giang, and Long An. In the Delta, a normal dried patty is now being sold at 50 to 100 Vietnam Dong higher than a week ago, while many others remain the same. The recent rice export contracts won by some companies forced prices up in late July and spurred the market in the Mekong Delta to farmers' delight. The price increase is also explained by improved rice quality, together with consumer demand temporarily exceeding supply. Now, Hai Long is an important hub that produces one-third of the total rice output for Quảng Trị Central Province. To increase total agricultural production and sustainable development, the commune has applied science, technology, and a new effective model. Let's take a look.
With more than two-thirds of rice fields located in low areas, Hai Long's local authorities have invested in building infrastructure, upgrading irrigation systems, and improving natural disaster preparedness.
Since the road and the bridge were built, we can drive our truck into the field. It saves a lot of work.
New varieties of rice were analyzed and planted. To date, 58% of the commune's total rice crops are high quality. In particular, a new model called large field has been implemented. 100% of the rice planted on the large field are new varieties.
This is the second year we have implemented the large field model. It has proven successful. We have higher total output with higher quality. The outlets are secured, so we will expand this model in the future.
Hai Lang also promotes automation applications in the field. Until now, the commune has mechanized 100% of land preparation, 85% of rice harvesting, 100% of rice threshing, and 60% of logistics.
Để mà thực hiện tốt cái đề án tái cơ cấu này là đối với cây lúa thì Ủy ban nhân dân huyện là
We will keep investing in infrastructure and technology to raise productivity. We will also work on the outlets for rice production. We hope to expand the large field model to 40 fields by 2020.
Tạo điều kiện là tiêu thụ sản phẩm cho bà con nông dân trên địa bàn huyện.
With awareness on restructuring the agricultural sector and applying technology to production, Hai Lang is a good example for other regions in Vietnam to follow.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
You are tuning into VTV News. The amnesty preparations for Vietnam's National Day are now underway across the country. In Ho Giang, a southern province, the number of prisoners qualified for pardons has increased. The preparations for prisoner clemency in this region have been implemented very strictly and carefully to ensure transparency. Local leaders of Canh Nam prison in Ho Giang province have announced the news of national amnesty to all the prisoners. They have also submitted a list of prisoners qualified for pardons. The final decision on release will be announced by the end of August this year.
Tới giờ phút này thì hội đồng đã xét và đề nghị cho tất cả phạm nhân có đủ điều kiện.
The Council has reviewed and submitted a list of prisoners eligible for special amnesty. We have submitted the evaluation to the police department. We also support prisoners to make phone calls to their families to complete their documents for the amnesty.
This year, pardons will be granted to around 230 prisoners in the province, 200 of which are from Canh Nam prison. This will be the largest amount of prisoners released to date in the province.
Xem TV thêm tin tức hàng ngày đó thì cũng
I watched the news on TV and I heard about the special amnesty. I'm so happy.
đó thì tôi biết được đó là được đặc xá.
Có được cái tin mà đặc xá của Chủ tịch nước đối với phạm
For
nhân.
those who are not eligible for special amnesty this time, we have implemented support measures and encouraged them to make more efforts so that they can be reviewed next time.
Để phương hướng tới được giảm án.
The list of prisoners qualified for special amnesty is announced publicly. The level of transparency has been greatly improved, and therefore it encourages prisoners to strive for better rehabilitation so that they may be considered next year. In other news, a training session on natural disaster prevention and search and rescue activities was organized by the police department in Quảng Bình Central Province last week. This activity was considered the largest in terms of scale in the Central Highlands of Vietnam and helped improve responsiveness in emergency situations for the local police force. About 150 police officers from 19 provinces in the central region of Vietnam participated in the training course. Various workshops were held to raise awareness on disaster prevention for the local police. The knowledge conveyed in training was realistic and practical. Apart from skills related to controlling rescue vessels, participants also learned new skills for rescuing drowning victims and administering first aid. These skills help the police be more proactive in rescue missions.
Cái việc ứng phó với biến đổi khí hậu, phòng chống thiên tai nó không phải chỉ
The traffic police will directly get involved in rescue activities in emergencies. Therefore, they need to learn these essential skills to be able to perform in real situations.
Sử dụng xuồng chạy ở trên đường phố. Đấy là những cái nét rất mới.
Những cái phương án, những cái kế hoạch là
The ultimate goal is to save people's lives in disaster situations, so we prioritize these tasks. The police need to be trained all year, not just before the flood season. We can see that the weather is become more and more unpredictable due to climate change. During the recent flood in Quảng Ninh, we used new methods and vehicles to rescue people.
The Central Highlands of Vietnam are the most severely impacted by climate change. Every year, natural disasters occur with high frequency and cause severe loss of life and property. Therefore, improving rescue skills is necessary in order to limit the damage caused by disasters.
Now, Đồng Tháp province in the Mekong Delta region will organize a tourism festival at the Cham Chim National Park on the 25th of September. The festival will include a photo exhibition about the national park, a World Ramsar site or the wetland of international importance, a bird contest, and tours to view the park during the Delta's flood season. The 7,612-hectare national park is among the Delta's most beautiful destinations during the flood season. It is also one of the country's 8 most important bird conservation areas. It is now home to 198 bird species, including red-headed cranes, listed in the World Red Book of Endangered Species. Gió paper is made from the bark of the gió tree. It is a feature of Vietnamese folk art and the traditional material used for đồng hồ paintings. This type of paper has recently gone out of style. However, some Vietnamese artists have tried to modernize gió paper in their contemporary paintings in order to preserve this tradition. And we have more to follow.
The disadvantage of gió paper is that it is soft and light, and therefore the watercolor is easily blurred. However, Vietnamese artists creatively make use of this disadvantage in order to blend colors in their paintings. By blending typical colors of đồng hồ paintings on gió paper, the artist has created unique imagery which radiates Vietnam's soul.
Unlike oil paintings, I'm very careful when blending colors on gió paper. Thanks to the soft and light characteristic of gió paper, I can mix many colors to create a bright and slightly glittering background.
At the exhibition, gió paper is used for many types of art painting styles. It drew the attention of foreign artists who were attracted by gió paper's unique quality.
Mèo mà chỉ có giấy gió mới thể hiện được cái sự mốc của thời gian thôi. Cái khác biểu hiện rất khó.
Unlike other type of papers, gió paper helps artists show the imprint of time on their paintings.
Cái mốc thời gian nó phủ lên đấy.
Nếu mà một cái tranh sơn mài có thể cong vênh.
As compared with lacquer paintings, gió paper surface is smooth regardless of the impact of weather.
Nó không hoàn toàn không bị biến đổi.
Youngsters need to learn how to bring traditional materials like gió paper into their paintings.
With endless creativity, these artists are working to keep gió paper alive in the face of change by modernizing traditional materials to promote contemporary art.
And just before we conclude our bulletin, let's take a look at our updated weather forecast. And that's also the end of our bulletins for today. Remember to log on to vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go for more news and updates. Goodbye and see you tomorrow.